Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Ari and I make cozy otaku lifestyle content ranging from manga, anime, and gaming. Anyways, in today's video you will see manga hauls, manga shopping, and me shelving my newest manga volumes on my bookshelves, so I hope you will stick around and enjoy. Just a quick heads up, my unboxing reviews will include slight spoilers. This package actually arrived earlier this month, but I decided to unbox it for you guys so I can share some of the new manga releases I'm excited about. Some of you guys may have guessed what this manga series is just from the cover alone. For those who have guessed correctly, the first manga I picked up is Love Bullet Volume 1. In this story, after people die, if they never experience love, a modern Cupid gives them a second chance and they are given a mission of finding suitable lovers and make them fall in love in order for them to come back to life. When I mentioned earlier modern Cupids, I meant in this world, Cupids use guns instead of bows and arrows to make people fall in love. I love how the world building is immersive and it is a well thought out system of Cupids and their missions. I also adore all the diverse cast, well written characters, and relatable backstories. The relationships between the main character and her senior Cupids is so entertaining to read. The next manga I picked up is Okuremashite Seishun, or Hitting Rewind with You Volume 5. I still can't believe this is the final volume. I really wanted more volumes. This story is about a university student who is a hardcore academic, so she missed out on her high school life studying. In a moment of desperation, she decides to go out on Halloween night wearing a high school uniform in an effort to take back the high school experiences she never had. As she is enjoying herself on her night out, she stumbles upon trouble. She encounters a guy who is also wearing a high school uniform and he saves her from the situation. In return, she asks the guy out on a date but later reveals he goes to the same university as her. This is a really cute, wholesome, and hilarious story. I enjoy how our main girl is unhinged at times, and when I mean unhinged, she can be a little goofy. A big part of her character is feeling like she is behind everyone else because she missed out on normal teenage experiences. I like how she creates bucket lists to do things she wants to try. She's the type of person that thinks about doing something and does it, and I admire that. As for the guy, I enjoy how he seemed intimidating at first, but he warms up to the main girl. Deep down, he is very sweet and patient. I like how he doesn't make her feel ashamed of not living those teenage experiences, but encourages her to try new things as well at her own pace. He has also missed out on his youth playing basketball all the time, so he didn't have time to date. He's very observant because he will notice her nervous habits without calling attention to them in a harsh way. Their dynamic is the best. The next shoujo series I picked up was Volume 5 of Iso Anata ga Tolime wo Sashite, also known as You Might As Well Be the One. This is also getting an official English release from Kodansha coming in August. This series follows a college girl named Ichika who often feels misunderstood because of her good looks. When Ichika is hanging out with her college peers at a mixer, she meets Sanari, who seems like a great guy. They talk about each other's interests, and Ichika seems set to get to know him more, but it turns out he is actually a playboy. Now, if you don't like reading about situationships, this series may not be for you. This is also not a fluffy shoujo, more like a realistic shoujo romance. Right at the beginning of the story, Sanari makes it clear to Ichika he is not looking for anything serious, and I do give him credit. He was honest about his feelings and he told her right away. I understand where he is coming from when he says he is not ready to commit to a relationship. He can be mischievous and flirty towards her, but things seem to get more complicated when he suddenly acts like an emotionally unavailable shoujo love interest. This makes me feel annoyed at times because it's like, just tell her how you really feel, stop acting all nonchalant. For this reason, I feel like Ichika deserves better and should 100% go out with the second male lead. Anyways, Sanari is an interesting character because it's implied he's had a traumatic past, which is why he can't connect with people's feelings. I feel like deep down he is aware of his feelings towards Ichika, but is afraid to admit it. Like I said earlier, this series may not be for everyone, but I do enjoy the angst the story delivers. Both of the main characters are flawed and intriguing in their own ways, which makes me want to read more about them. There is a love triangle, and this is one of those stories where I am rooting for the second lead as well. I don't don't mind who she picks when the story is over. Next, I picked up volume 2 of Amelia no Kukiteki Romance, or Amelia's Curious Romance. This series actually does not have an official English print, but I hope it does get picked up one day. She writes romance novels in secret, but when the popular boy at school discovers her hidden passion, he challenges her to experience love for real. Can a curious novelist and notorious playboy turn fiction into something more? Now, as I am doing this voiceover, I recently read volume 2 and enjoyed it much more than volume 1. Amelia is growing more confident, stepping outside of her comfort zone, and exploring what romance truly feels like. Shiramizu teases her in ways that makes her feel flustered and inspired to write in her novel. Their date at the amusement park was so cute. My favorite moment from this volume is when Shiramizu visits her house and comforts her when she is sick. I think Amelia is so adorable, and I admire how she likes to write novels for fun. I also really like the male lead in this one. I'm super excited to where this story will go. If you haven't read this shoujo series yet, I highly recommend it. Now, these last two items are shoujosei magazines. The first magazine is the February issue of Dessert, published by Kodansha. Many popular shoujo titles such as Choking on Love, A Sign of Affection, Love That's an Understatement, You Might As Well Be the One, and In the Clear Moonlight Dusk all come from this magazine. I really like how this 2-page color spread turned out. It kind of looks like they are underwater with the jellyfishes scattered, subtle rippling effect on the character designs. Another beautiful color spread of Amelia's Curious Romance. I have the Fitsatsu Friend magazine that came out last year in November. This cover is also another favorite shoujo series of mine. It is called Tokotan Kuzuna Watarase Nanoni, and I believe in English it's called Even Though Watarase is the Biggest Red Flag. Here we have a stunning color spread of Fuseki Baku Niai wo Sumeyo, also known as in English I'll Put Love in a Jewelry Box.
너그러이 인사하며 간지러운 이별로 끝내 다시 만날 우리를 터질 듯 뛴 심장 소리에 너와 눈이 마주쳐도 차분 힘이 쏟지으며 깜빡하고 입 맞추기 어지러운 보랏빛이 우리를 감싸며 조열대에 마지막은